Hey friends! Today I thought it'd be kind of cool to go look through a sketchbook of mine that is a little over 10 years old now. I thought it would be particularly interesting because during this period I was kind of going through like an anti-anime phase, I guess. Not really anti-anime, but it was during a time when art teachers really discourage you from drawing that sort of thing. And so my style was a lot more, I guess, Western. So you might notice it's a bit different from the kind of stuff I draw now. So I made myself a delicious cup of Powerade, and I got Henry watching over us, so let's get started looking through this. Alright, so this is the front of my sketchbook. Just by looking at the stickers, you can kind of get a feel for what I was into back then, namely Homestar Runner with Trogdor the Burninator. If you don't know who that is, thank you for making me feel very, very old. And, yep, that's my name. I was really into drawing this kind of design, this kind of like just strands of lines with gradients, and they all kind of, like, I guess it's just like a weave design. I was actually going to do a painting with a girl and her hair was just like nothing but this, and it was all going to be woven through, but I totally got bored and never did it. So we're going to be kind of skipping through some of these pages, getting to the stuff that I can really talk about. But you can see a drunken Godzilla down here. I was very into Godzilla back then, as some big fat doofy little dinosaur essentially. Oh, and there's me dressed as Godzilla. A bunch of different sketches. Old man Temple and a very beefy broccoli amongst hard to see, but a very, very happy toilet. I'm gonna just peel this back because I don't know what that was ever supposed to be. But you can see right here, yeah, I'm very into doing this kind of thing. And actually looking at it now, I kind of want to do something with this again because, I don't know, it's kind of cool. I think I could do that sort of like painting I was talking about earlier, but let's continue. All right. See, as you can tell, this doesn't really look a lot like the stuff I do now. It's very cartoony, like Western cartoony. A lot more emphasis on shading and lighting, and I was all about doing like very like perspective heavy compositions, so like foreshortening and stuff like this. And these are actually characters from a comic that I may still end up doing. I had originally planned it for it to be like an ongoing long comic, but if I were to do it now, I'd probably make it a 1 or 2 volume comic. Nothing very, very long, but yeah, this girl, her name is Razzle. This is Gizmo, and ooh, her name is escaping me, but she is a mime girl. And you know what, I'm not gonna say too much about them because, like I said, I may still do this comic, so I don't want to give away all the goods. But yeah, I was also very into drawing clowns. I think this might be the only clown drawing in this book, but I was doodling clowns non-stop. And I'm not sure why. When I was a kid, I was actually very, very afraid of clowns. And then by the time I reached this age, I guess something in me snapped, and I suddenly wanted to draw nothing but clowns. I really just liked being able to like draw very expressive things, come up with face paint designs, coming up with really goofy costumes that I normally wouldn't draw. So I don't know, like I said, I might still do this. So is actually a drawing of a friend of mine fighting a foot monster coming out of a giant toilet. I had so much fun drawing this foot. You have no idea. Drawing all these teeth and that tongue and just blah, and him going pew pew pew, step step step. I was so proud of this. I remember being so proud of this. I guess because I was very happy with like the movement, how I drew this foot and its monster teeth, and like I was happy with how I drew his shorts. Like I felt the form really well, and just and it's just goofy. I like goofy things. I don't know. I just like being surprising, I guess. This was a very Sumier inspired drawing. Another thing I was really into back then was Sumier kind of works, and I sort of imagined this like Sumier girl with like kanji up her leg and body. I think that one is blue, I think, and that might be black right there. Some of these are a little hard to tell what they were supposed to be because I'm atrocious at writing kanji. I know that says color right there. So I'm pretty sure these were also colors or something like that. And her hair is like made of paper. Had a Japanese inspired costume. Wielded a brush. She was always gonna be like leaving footprints. So I don't know. Yeah, that's a cute idea, I guess. Now, a lot of things in the sketchbook, I'm sorry this is very unfinished. I was, like I am now, very prone to starting off stuff and never finishing it. If anyone doesn't know, Modest Mouse is one of my absolute favorite bands, still my favorite band, to be honest. And so there's quite a few of these illustrations that are inspired by Modest Mouse songs. This one was based on Steam Ingenious, and it was supposed to be like this kind of farm girl, and she was going to ride like a mechanical cow, and these cows were circling this robot that was like pulling out its like mechanical heart or something like that. I don't know. It was silly. Now this was, I don't know, I wanted to draw something spacey, I guess. Very Nightmare Before Christmas inspired with this thing, I guess. Even though I might get some hate for this, I'm not that big a fan of the movie. I like it, it's a great movie, but I'm just not as crazy about it as a lot of people tend to be. But I don't know, something about drawing this girl overlooking this kind of crazy, futuristic, spacey city. I don't really remember what was the inspiration behind this, but I guess I just felt very compelled to draw something spacey and futuristic. Oh, and this is a drawing. This is my older sister when she was a little kid, and I was attempting to draw her because I really liked that photo and I really wanted to recreate it. And so yeah, just so anyone knows, I do draw other things besides anime sometimes. Haven't really drawn anything like this in a long time, and I might do something like that again. But I think it is good practice to do this kind of drawing, and kind of in referencing photos and kind of getting a feel for shape and where shadows and highlights lie, and just like, even though I don't necessarily like drawing this as much as I do anime stuff, I think I might do a couple of these in the future or something, just to kind of fine-tune my skills. I was such a weird person in high school. Oh, this was, again, just like kind of with this Western style. I was way much more back then into drawing like details in my work. Now I just want to simplify the crap out of everything and just kind of reduce things to like simpler forms. But back then, like, I don't know if you can tell, but I was drawing in the bark on this thing. And it's just like this tree, I guess, growing out of this woman, or she is the tree, or I'm not sure what I was going with this. I think I just wanted to draw a lady person. This is another Modest Mouse inspired song. I think this one was inspired by Parting of the Sensory. A lot of crazy things happened in this one. Got a sun, I got clouds. Can't tell if they're supposed to be emerging. I think they were supposed to be emerging from the head that's cracked open. And I guess this was gonna be a skull, and then weird bird feather hands. Not really sure what's happening with this, and this was the ocean. It looks like I was drawing a ship here and then was going to draw a wreck ship on this side with the thunder clouds and whatnot. Yeah, don't have a whole lot to say about this other than it was a very trippy concept. Oh, here's a bunch of drawings of my OCs and some of my friends' OCs. We actually had like a RP group, role-playing group back in the day. And this was a lot of the characters from that. And I was really wanting to try to draw varied faces, even though a lot of these still look very same facey. But I mean, yeah, so I don't know. Something I wish that my work was now is like expressive like these. When I was drawing in this style, I was really pushing, even though I could have pushed way harder. I was internally trying to push to draw very expressive faces. And I don't know, that's something that I kind of miss with my new style, but I guess I just have a long ways to go still as an artist. You guessed it, another Modest Mouse inspired song. This one I think was Spitting Venom. And this was a little cloaked lady with scaly skin, and she's just like whispering sweet nothings into this blob person's big old ear. And you can see kind of like, I guess poison was supposed to be dripping out of his ear or something like that. And like as he got down further and further, they became more like demonic looking, and the apples they were holding are like more rotten and consumed. And then there's a trumpet. Or a horn. So this is kind of interesting. It's sort of a spread. Not going to be able to get all of this in here, but I try to draw like Asian-inspired versions of fairy tale characters. Like this one's Snow White and Cinderella and Beauty from Beauty and the Beast, or Belle, I guess. Little Red Riding Hood, Goldilocks. There's Little Mermaid, Sleeping Beauty, Rapunzel. There's another one over here that you can't quite see. It doesn't matter. But I guess I had thought about writing a story, something where they were all involved and they're like kick-ass warriors and they're fighting against other bad evil ladies, the ladies from their respective fairy tale stories or whatever, and there's different kingdoms and things like that. But I have very poor knowledge of like Asian history. There's no way I would have been able to do this justice and make it realistic and like just not completely butcher Asian culture. So I mean, even in this, like, I guess I was trying to go for more like, it doesn't really matter either way. Kind of, it was fun designing all these, but I'll probably never do anything with them. Yeah, and these are the evil ladies from counterparts to the other heroes, whatever. You got the evil stepmother. This is one of the evil stepsisters. There's another evil stepsister. I'm gonna, right over there. Another evil stepsister. Snow Queen over here. The Sea Witch, or Ursula, or whoever. Big Bad Wolf. The Queen from Snow White. The Blue Fairy from Sleeping Beauty. Because in the original story, I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, but in the original story, the Blue Fairy was actually the antagonist. And then Rapunzel's mother. I don't know. I really love this hair. I don't know. It was, again, really fun to design. I love some of these faces too. The stepsisters. Well, I mean, you know. I like drawing ladies. Even back then I liked drawing nothing but ladies. And that's actually looks just about it. I know that wasn't a whole lot. Yeah, I was hoping there was going to be a lot more in there that I could talk about. But I hope you enjoyed the little bit that I showed you. Maybe if this is really well received, I'll go find another old sketchbook. I thought this one, again, was particularly interesting because my style was vastly different back then. But, so if I found any other sketchbooks, they're likely to be a lot more anime in line with what I had done before. So yeah, let me know if you guys want to see more of these. Maybe I'll, like I said, I'll find an old one and we'll sit down and look through it together. Well, see you later, guys.